And welcome back, everybody, as we look to get started here with the second series of the day. It is going to be Cybercats versus NAVI Junior. NAVI Junior, the name's not as familiar to me, but seen Cybercats in some recent events here. They're looking quite good, well, quite good until they weren't. And we'll see what else they're going to be able to do in this, coming into the DPC now. So coming in fresh from the DPC into Division 2, we'll see what progress they are going to make. On Navi, are there going to be some surprises here? Because it was rough for the main Navi squad in Division 1. Navi Junior maybe looking to redeem the name coming into the second division. So Navi, let's see if they're going to be able to do right by the main squad. And looking through the lineups again, Cybercats is Alberca Chira Jr., DK Fogus, Force Major, as well as Jess V here for Cybercats. DK Fogus coming through from Darkside, Force Major coming through from the old Bet Boom squad, Alberca Chira Jr., Jess V, some players that have been around the Tier 2 scene for quite a while. Meanwhile, on the side of Navi Jr., got the juice, Raymond, PMA, Days, and Riddies. Again, players that I'm not aware of, so maybe just like some, good up-and-coming players, some high MMR pub stars that are looking to form a team, and just enough to draw Navi's attention to get the squad going and see what they're going to be able to do in a, like I say, this junior, this academy team coming out from the side of Navi. And we'll take a look through Cybercats results, because Cybercats coming up against Team Sexy in the very first series of the Division 2. They tried to play the Primal Beast. The Pudge came out with the Jakiro of all heroes, so no Crystal Maiden, no Clockwork there. It was the Jakiro. They were looking to get themselves going there, but Team Sexy came out with the double Husker, and it did seem to work. It didn't really get going against the Invoker and against a Sniper earlier on, but once it built into a couple of items, Team Sexy were able to get on a roll there and pull the game away from Cybercats. So Cybercats, again, looking to get themselves in this one, because they are one series down already, and they cannot give up a second series. That would be detrimental to the progress trying to make themselves get, to that Division 1. And we'll see as we get ourselves into this draft how they're going to be able to do coming up against Navi Junior. Again, Navi Junior, hope is for some surprises, because they, again, new players, new team, maybe coming in with some fresh ideas, some out-of-meta heroes that they want to be looking to pick up. So, yeah, we're going to get started with the draft soon. Again, Cybercats probably coming into this one as the favorites. Been doing quite well in the third-party tournaments as well for Cybercats. So, yeah, we'll see how it's going to go for them, how they want to be playing.
Team ban.
Even taking a game off old G, and not OG, not not the two letters, not OG, but old G, recently as well in one of the third-party tournaments. So yeah, Cybercats should be well up for this one as we get ourselves into the draft. Straight up, Cybercats go for the Disruptor, the Nature's Prophet, as well as the Beastmaster ban out for them. Navi, they take away the Dare's Prophet, as well as the Broodmother, the Rubik into the Pangolier here for Navi Junior. Okay, so Navi Junior just sticking with what we all know and love. Yeah, the Rubik and the Pangolier coming out. Pangolier comes out so early on. I wonder if Cybercats just snap pick the Bloodseeker. No, gonna go for the Ember Spirit. Okay. Alberca could look for that pick on the... Well, no, because Navi don't let it through, right? There's no way that Navi let this Bloodseeker through to the next phase. So they ban out the Drow Ranger. Oh, yeah. With a good gust. I mean, we've seen the Drow Rangers be punished in the DPC already. Oh, we've seen the Drow Ranger being punished today as the Enchantress ban comes out here from Navi Jr. So, the Death Prophet as well is a funny one, because the Death Prophet's been played in 6 matches. She's won one of them. So this first pick, first ban hero coming out in the Death Prophet, it's not doing all too well at all. Yeah, Navi banning out the Bloodseeker there. So the fact that it's still being first phase bans shows that the teams maybe just don't want to be playing around it, and when they do get that chance to actually pick it up, they're not practiced on it to be using it effectively. And yeah, the Death Prophet here in Division 2, 1-6 in terms of games won and lost. So it's not looking good for them at all, the Death Prophet pickers. Cybercats, they take away the Anti-Mage as well.
Radiant team ban.
Okay, Clockwork going out for them too. What's still there? The Enchantress got banned out, so we're looking at the Undying. Snapfire, Tiny's been pretty popular today as well as the supports. Meanwhile, you still have heroes again, like the Lycan in here, like the Enigma. We saw a Visage. In the last series, when the Monkey King will be banned out here from Navi Jr. And again, yeah, the Monkey King having a bit of a resurgence at the minute as the Dragon Knight does come through for Navi Jr. But yeah, the Monkey King having a bit of a resurgence, looking really good with the Pangolier in the safe lane or position 4. Even a couple of mid lane as well, coming up against heroes like the Dragon Knight, like the Ember Spirit, and just being able to run them over because you do, as a melee hero, suffer against that Monkey King. So the Monkey King just being picked up fairly recently in, again, third-party events in Eastern Europe as the Primal Beast will come out here for Cybercats, and then immediately into the techies. Okay, I'm here for this one. The techies, again, I always say it, since the changed, has just looked like a much better hero. It's no longer the one hero holding the other 9 players hostage for a 3-hour game. You know, the techies, they still have the proximity mines for the ultimates, but the actual sticky bombs, the blast off coming out here for the techies, it's just a bit of a better team fight for the techies. You get them low with the sticky bombs in the lane, constantly burst down that regen that they have. You know, just get them to burn through it, and then all of a sudden they're in range for a blast off kill, or maybe you know the onslaught coming up from a primal beast into a trample damage. So we will see which way this is going to go here for Cybercats picking up the techies, the primal beast. Whether that is going to be the off lane, I assume so. With the Ember Spirit being that mid lane and Disruptor look at that position 5. Jakiro comes out for Navi though. So triple dragon coming out here for Navi with the twin-headed dragon as well as the Dragon Knight. Does it count 2 dragons if it's only got 2 heads, you know, not 2 bodies, and, you know, only got 1 set of wings in that? Whatever, it's got 2 tails as well. So yeah, the twin-headed dragon coming out here, Jakiro, and Dragon Knight as well. So good push potential on the lane. I wonder if they run this as their safe lane support on Jakiro. I would have thought so. And then here, Cybercats, potentially, you want to ban out a carry, so maybe take out the Ursa here as well. Up against the melee heroes. I mean, he didn't have such a good time in the last series up against the Monkey King, but the Ursa usually does win the lane up against melee heroes, so if it's going to be the Primal Beast in the off-lane position, even with the techies being here now as well, the Ursa might be able to do a decent amount of damage. So, we'll see what else you want to ban out. Heroes that are left for position 1. Terrorblade's still there. Aim's being taken away. Naga Siren is still there. They take away the Morphin as well. So Morph coming out, maybe going towards another Agi hero on Cybercats. Or the Disruptor. Hell, go for a pudge. You know, Alberka, I'm pretty sure he plays that hero.
10 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
So Navi, the ban out the Slark. Yeah, forgetting about the Slark. Ursa goes, they could go for a sniper pick here on the side of Cybercats. They have a fairly strong front line coming out with the Ember Spirit and the Primal Beast. You know, techies, not the usual front line, you know, as he gets that dive in with the blast off, but he will be in and there and around that fight, trying to drop those proximity mines as well. So maybe something like the sniper here for Cybercats might be the pick. As Navi Jr. Looking for this final ban. They do have a lot of reserve time left. I mean, both teams over a minute and a half here. A minute and 46 seconds of reserve time left for Navi. So they can think about this final ban, think about the final pick. And what do they want to be coming against? The Sniper, not really the best pick for the against the Primal Beast for Navi, because it does mean that, you know, until the Hurricane Pike comes out, until the Concussive Grenade gets come out, even if he even goes for that concussive grenade, Primal Beast with a BKB would be able to close the gap with the onslaught, get that pulverized off onto the sniper, and Cybercats could follow up with the Ember Spirit, the techies jump as well, the remnants as well as the blast off. So, Navi, what is their final ban? Here they ban out the Pudge. Again, Morphlin, even though it's not the Agi heal, you're not stealing away that attack speed. You take the status resistance away from the Pudge. So Cybercats, it'll be the lifestealer here for Cybercats. Okay. Good delivery systems with, again, Ember, Primal Beast, as well as techies. Gets himself in. Doesn't really lose the lane all too much once he gets a couple of points up in the feast. Rage is nice. I mean, there's the missing physical damage here on the side of Navi. The Dragon Knight with his right clicks will, once he's in the dragon form, are quite nice. The Pangolier with the swashbuckle as well. But the overall right-click physical damage for Navi, it just isn't there. So Lifestealer, when he does get a couple of items, you know, the armlet into, you know, be able to throw the Rage out, close the gap as well, get that Ghoul Frenzy off, maybe even get himself the open wounds, because we've seen lifesteals, or I've seen lifesteals at least, in the pro games, building towards those shards when they are available, because it means if you're going to be solo in the lane looking for that solo farm, and you got, say, someone like a Pangolier that's got a big gap winder on, you got a Jakiro and a Rubik that might hunt you from a distance. The Lifestealer, he is going to be able to get those open wounds off at a distance. Meanwhile, if you don't pick up the shard, you are relying on closing the gap just with either like a phase boots or something like that. And then trying to get in range for the Ghoul Frenzy. But if you can never get that right click off, you can never get that Ghoul Frenzy to proc. So your Lifestealers have been opting towards that shard a little bit more.
Templar Assassin.
Navi.
Select your heroes.
Okay, they go for the TA. Ooh, whose lineup do I prefer out of this? I mean, Lifestealer, does he want to build into a Radiance here up against the TA? Because TA, those refraction charges, how do you get through them? Trample damage? Flame Guard? Yeah, there isn't a whole lot of damage over time coming out from Cybercats. So this TA, those refraction charges, the defensive ones, should last here fairly long in the fights for Navi. Until, yeah, maybe the Lifestealer does go for the Radiance. Maybe you're going to see, some extra damage coming out there. In terms of lineups, again, to me, Navi Junior, they are the X Factor. I'm not sure how they're going to be able to play this one. I've never seen really any of the team's players play. But Cybercats, they've had a good time recently. Well, apart from the first match in the DPC for them. But outside of that, they've had a pretty good time. So I am looking to see Cybercats build some momentum here. And Navi Junior, can they answer back? Are they going to be able to take this one away from Cybercats? Maybe put Cybercats in the dumpster. Or at least the digital dumpster. Yeah, and we'll see how it is going to play. I think purely on the lineup, I think I like Navi's better. But Cybercats, if they get some early momentum coming up, if Ember Spirit starts to rotate for the ganks, they could get themselves in some good fighting positions. So, Cybercats, yeah, I think just basically because I've seen them play, I know what they're capable of. I think I'm going to favor them coming into this first match. But Navi, if they impress, there's no reason they can't start to climb the table themselves. And guys, before we get into this one, we are going to have a quick word from our sponsors over at EGB, and then into the first game of the series. Check it out.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system, welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
So, as we come into this first game, again, Cybercats to me are the players that I'm looking to be starting at. Maybe thinking they're a bit further ahead in terms of progress, as opposed to this Navi Junior Academy team. And yeah, I think this is where you start to see the aggression come out from Cybercats. They might get greedy with the builds and look to take fights to Navi Junior. It's going to be Navi Junior whether they're going to be able to weather this pressure. And again, I can't really say how they play because I've never seen them play. So we got the juice. It looks like they want to get aggressive. DK Fogus will spot this rotation in, though. Did they want to actually try and go for a wraparound here? DK Fogus maybe luring them in. Has he cast the bait? It looks like Navi backed themselves away. Yeah, 5 heroes on the side of Cybercats in the river as well. It's looking like it's going to be getting close to a 5-on-5 fight. Coming up to the high ground now as well. PMA is going to be one to show. The Dragon Tail does come through. They get a lockdown at the Ember Spirit. Chira Jr. Can he get himself away from this one? Taking a lot of damage coming through from 2 heroes. 3 heroes. The glimpse back onto Raymond, though. And not going to be able to get the kill onto Chira Jr. But Chira having to go all the way back to base to heal up. Meanwhile, Pretty's using the dual breath onto DK Fogus. The sticky bomb will come out onto Jakiro. But Navi Jr. coming out a little bit healthier here. Yeah, Ember Spirit, he's going to have to go all the way to base, use his early TP as well. And the runes go 2 for 2, so Alberca's going to be able to pick up 2 now as well. But this is a nice start for the Pangolier. He's going to be able to get these blocks off. So Chira Jr. having to go all the way back to base. So Raymond able to get the creep blocks off, the body blocks onto the creeps. And then just look to keep the creeps on his side of the river with denies, pushing through. He's going to get... It's not a hell of a lot of extra experience. We see the odds coming through here as well. Navi Jr. coming out at 3.25. Cybercats on the 1.2. So EGB, yeah, thinking that Cybercats... Again, Cybercats were the only team with real game tape that you were able to study here. So Navi, they might have a bit of an advantage over Cybercats, but coming into the series, Cybercats are the favourites. Days on the top lane. Going to be taking some harass back now as well. This is what I was talking about. I mean, it's supposed to have the glimpse to come through from the Disruptor. So you can close the gap with the Ghoul Frenzy that way. But yeah. Lifestealer on his own won't be able to, you know, close that gap. He's gotta try and look for his teammates. The glimpse does come through now as well. Dragon Tail will be used though. We can only level 1 on the Lifestealer. So no rage to come out. And the Dragon Tail, it's just an easy cast. Just a real easy cast to be able to get the stun. Stop the aggression coming out from the Lifestealer. And now, drag back. Do they actually have the first blood coming through now? Force Majeure is going to get low. And they do. Daze picks it up. So NAVI Jr. with the first blood. Great start for them here. Meanwhile, PMA just continues to push up as well. So Alberca is going to be taking a lot of aggression. And Lifestealer starting off with the 3 gauntlets of strength. Not going to be turning any of them. He's not got any braces queued up. You know, no soul rings, anything like that. So he's just going to use them for the stats early on here. Bottom lane as well. Let's see. DK Focus. How's he going to be doing in the lane up against Got Juice? And Got the Juice again. The Techie's coming in with the Sticky Mines. Just to keep... Oh, the Sticky Bomb, excuse me. Just to keep the Jakiro low. You burn through the support's regen. It means he can't offer any regen over to his carry. And when he does get low enough, you are going to be able to come in with a blast off. But the Techie's stopping. Doesn't stop the pull. Will be the half pull to come through here from Jakiro. And the Techies will just try and contest into this again with the sticky bombs coming through. He's trying to look to the farm. Trying to make sure these lanes don't actually push through here. In favor of the Radiant. Back on the top lane, Alberca taking a lot of harassed days. Does he actually want to try and come into this one? As are we looking away? Is it too violent? As the Rubik will go down. Force Majeure gets the kill. PMA, Force Majeure, just going to be trading a little bit of harass here. Bottom lane, GSV again turning around. He has the sticky bombs. How is he looking for mana on the Techies? He's got himself at least one more mango. Okay, that's not too bad. We'll be able to go towards the wand as well. Meanwhile, the mid lane, we've not spoke about this one since the first blood. Excuse me, since the Ember Spirit got forced right back to base. But yeah, Raymond, he's not having a bad time here. Top of the last hits against the Ember Spirit. And how's the Pangolier looking? 1 point into the lucky shot as well. So he's at least getting 1 point into the passive. It's always a 15% chance. It's just the armor reduction, you know, the duration that gets a little bit longer. And Shira's going to get bullied in this lane. Meanwhile, the top lane is going to be telekinesis into the Dragon Tail. Fade Bolt will fly through now as well. Dragon Knight is... Alberca's going to try and chase him down. There's going to be no Dragon Tail now as well. Alberca's doing a lot of damage here to the Dragon Knight. And change targets onto Daze. Was that glimpse back? Did he actually want to cast it out? Doesn't have it for the next second or so. It doesn't even have the mana for it. But it looks like PMA, Dragon Tail comes through. Did he get the trade? Was that Fade Bolt? Alberca gets low. He's going to be able to get the rage and heal. Backs himself away here, Alberca. Just in time. Dragon Knight, no points into the Breathe Fire, so no damage reduction to come out there. Not able to finish that kill on the Lifestealer. And we'll see just how they want to play around this on the bottom lane as well. Because the TA is having a really good time. Techies, it doesn't really clear through the refraction charges just yet, or at all. And DK Focus, yeah, if he uses that trample to clear off the refraction charges, got the juice. Just going to be able to back himself away with the brown boots. Sticky Bomb comes in now onto Got the Juice, but again, the refraction charges will be there. Doesn't take any damage from this. The top lane, Force Majeure, going to be forced back. Forced away. Bottom lane, Trample will come through. They get the silence off now as well with the blast off. Do they get the kill onto God Juice? God Juice, he might actually want to try and turn this around. Refraction charges comes out. He's not going to dive onto the tier 1. And Primal Beast will be able to get himself not safe, but not dead either. Jess might not be so lucky. The Meld Strike comes in and DK Focus doesn't want to wander back into this one.
Amazing what you found laying around.
And Shira Jr. in the mid lane, just trying to catch up. There was a rotation away from Raymond, just to, it looks like, fill the bottle. Yeah, steal the bounty rune, fill that bottle up. Shira, again, if he's gonna have to commit the Sleight of Fist for last hit to get the harass onto Raymond as well, with a lucky shot coming through. So we'll see how this lane's going to go. Now that the Ember Spirit has some momentum under his belt here. Chira Jr., level 6. Does he want to go back? He's actually going to go for the TP back to base to heal up with the Remnant. Meanwhile, top lane, they do get a lot of damage onto Alberca, though. Alberca, is he going to be able to come in with a feast? Because it looks like he has to back himself up. Once he got him that, just 1 point into the feast. And yeah, PMA is out of mana, but they are still doing a lot of damage here to Alberca. So NAVI holding their own so far in the laning stage. And now Raymond, he's going to take some harass, but he's got himself a regen rune. So if he does get into trouble here, the Pangolier, yeah, Sleight of Fist comes out, maybe trying to bait out the regen, then Sleight of Fist it off. But Raymond, he's going to be holding this rune for now. He doesn't need to use it just yet on the Pango. Sleight of Fist continues to come through. The Raymond, does he get himself away from this one? Trying to turn it around because Chiro Jr. committing here with the Remnant. So taking a couple of tower shots. Now Raymond probably will look to pop this one, just using that last swashbuckle here. And then the regen comes out here. Chiro Jr. has his bottle anyway, though. So using the one last charge here. How's the bottom lane looking? TA, he's ahead of the lifesteal in terms of denies, but they're both going to be here in terms of last hits. Pretty even on. Yeah, got the juice just underneath the tier 1 tower. It is a bit of a pain in the ass to try and last hit, and you have to be able to target them right, especially if you're just about to lose your offensive refraction damage to come through here. I was just watching the wiggle coming through there from GSV. So DK Focus going to be pushed back once again. Has some more tangos coming out, but the refraction charges here for God the Juice. He actually wants to bounce around with the side blades now as well. DK Focus just looking to constantly adjust the angle. The dual breath is going to be used. DK Focus, Ice Path, it will connect. Is he going to be able to get himself away from this one? The onslaught is available, but the damage, it's not going to be able to get the kill now as well. Got the Juice underneath the tier 1 tower. He might go down to the tower shots using those stick charges. Techie's looking for the last hits now, but with the wand, he will survive through that one with the stick, with the raindrops, enough to keep Got the Juice alive. And DK Focus maybe looking to bait back in underneath the tier 1 tower. And yeah, Got the Juice, you got to be so careful if you want to commit to that. So both cores in the bottom lane taking a hell of a lot of damage. At least TA has some. I mean, DK Focus has his tangos coming in as well off his courier. But Raymond gets himself a haste. Does he want to bottle up? Maybe look towards the rotation on the bottom lane. GSV, dual breath's going to be used. He's going to go for the TP. What's the ice path to get the lockdown? He's going to be able to get the kill. Gives it over to the Pangolier. Pango with the haste here just in time. And that TP wasn't enough. Okay, tips onto GSV. So NAVI, they've got a bit of banter in them. Top lane though, the glimpse comes out. DK Focus gets a kill to Got the Juice. One of those tips right back here. Force Majeure taking some damage from the Rubik as well as the Dragon Knight combo.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Jess throws that well played right back. How we're looking in terms of net worth. Lifesteal are ahead by about 300 gold, so he's not having an awful time. And it looks like this top lane between PMA as well as Alberca, even though they traded off a lot of harass, not really a whole lot of kill potential in the lane. Yeah, okay, there was the first blood, you know, there was a kill to go either way. Actually, both going away with the supports as well, so the core's not picking those up. The blast off comes in now as well. The silence on to the TA. Is there going to be that onslaught into the trample damage underneath the tower? Is it going to be able to get the kill now as well? The silence will wear off. You've got to be careful now as well because he's given the rotation. DK Focus, he overcommits. Redis gets the kill. Even with the rotation down here from Chiro Jr., they were looking for that onto the TA now, so they might be able to get Daze. Daze, can he walk himself away? Dual breath telekinesis, and Chiro Jr. He's got to be careful about the overcommitment now as well, but Got the Juice. You're super low, buddy. You have to back yourself away. Can't give up another kill here as the Templar Assassin. Not when this lifestealer isn't really being contested, able to dive himself into the jungle, and Alberca going towards the armlets. It's not going to be the Radiance right off the bat. Might not even be the Radiance at all here for the lifestealer. In the river, Chiro Jr. comes in. Was that rune going to drop? Telekinesis will come through. Chiro, though, is going to be able to get the remnant away to the other side of the river. And it will be this regen rune to be bottled up by the Ember Spirit. So quite nice for him. Raymond going to be punished for that. No bottle charges left. Going towards the Diffusal Blade on the Pango, though. So maybe looking to get aggressive with the Rolling Thunder once that starts to come out on the side of Navi. You know, chase heroes down. Diffusal Blade comes out as well. You get the slow, you get the lockdown, you get the kills. And yeah, forcing some rotations for the Ember Spirit, because both heroes here, not the greatest tower takers in the world. You are going to be relying on either the lifesteal with his right clicks or the Dragon Knight if you're on the side of Navi to be able to take these towers. And PMA, he's getting some space in the top lane. So we'll see how far he's going to go with this. But meanwhile, in the mid lane, Chiro Jr. has rotated in. Sleight of Fist comes out onto the Pango.
is under attack.
Yeah, looks like Navi,
Dire
they're
structures
not
are falling.
sure where everybody else is, so they don't overcommit. Even with Chira, if you see an Ember Spirit coming like this, it is a massive bluff from Chira, but like you're not sure where the rest of his teammates are. And this Ember Spirit's getting aggressive. Yeah, you probably back away for safety in case there's like 3 or 4 heroes behind him that are going to jump on you and look for those kills. Or maybe 2 or 3. They're going to be able to get themselves now once again. Someone comes out, the damage is going to be able to get the kill onto TA. TA really will be able to get the kill onto JSV, but it looks like TA is going to go down on the back lines. DK Fogus, he's going to be able to claim this kill now as well. The dual breath, though, commits onto Fogus. Fogus trying to keep himself alive with those stick charges. With 1 charges, it looks like it's just going to be enough to keep DK Fogus alive. But Force Majeure, he's going to be taking the punishment. DK Fogus, they might actually set up now, yeah, as well. Kinetic Field comes out, onslaught, and trample damage on Raymond. He TPs himself down, the Rolling Thunder comes through, they get the kill onto the Jakiro, but with that Rolling Thunder coming through now as well, did they get the kill onto Force? Was that last swashbuckle? One more. They do get the kill, but it might actually be the Pango in trouble. The blast off comes out from JSV, 1 more sticky bomb, and Raymond, is it going to be thrown out? Does it connect? It doesn't. Raymond tries to duke it off, he will be able to get himself away from it now as well. Chira Jr., it's like with a good sleight of fist. But the slowdown just jumps himself away to the Remnant. The strikes, you know, they follow up, but they will continue to connect. Chira Jr. is going to be alive, though. He even bottles up the bounty rune. So, Ember, how's he looking, Chira Jr.? Going towards this Maelstrom, got himself the Orb of Corrosion. Yeah, Arcane Rune as well, so it's not bad for the Ember Spirit. Net worth-wise, he's sitting a little below the Pangolier. But only just literally, yeah, a couple of last hits from jumping up above the Pangolier in terms of net worth. Top lane as well. PMA putting the pressure onto this tier 1 tower. Telekinesis, they've got the lift. Alberca, is he going to be able to survive this one with the rage? Yeah, gets the infest off. Dual breath onto that creep. Sleight of Fist comes out. There's going to be the Static Storm now as well. Do they get the infest kill? They do. And Riddy's, he might follow. Tries to drop the Ice Path. Buys some time, but ooh, the glimpse back now as well. Rolling Thunder by Raymond. That was going to be enough to keep him alive. They don't have the lockdown onto the 2 cores. The 2 cores will get themselves out alive here. But Cybercats, it was a good response. A good couple of pickoffs onto the supports. And while that's going on, DK Fogus on the bottom lane. Going to be able to do a lot of damage to the tier 1 tower on the bot lane. So Dragon Knight, even though he did look to get aggressive, you know, using that Dragon form earlier on to put the pressure onto that tier 1 tower, wasn't able to get it off enough where it put the Lifestealer into too much trouble as the Infest does save his life. And he was able to get the walk away now as well. The Lifestealer going towards his armor and then straight into the Desolator. So yeah, Alberca, it looks like he wants to fight. Cybercats, they want to take this momentum they've got in the lineup. You know, it is a big fighty lineup. Not a lot of split push potential. Not a lot of tower taking potential either. I suppose Alberca with the Desolator does really ramp it up. But with the Lifestealer coming out, with the Primal Beast as well as the Ember Spirit, this is an indication to me, especially with Alberca going straight towards this Diffusal Blade, that they want to fight. You know, they want to match the aggression here with the Templar Assassin, because the TA going into that Dragonlance and then into Power Runes activated. Okay, so even between the two mid laners, and even the Disruptor getting a sneak one in there. Stealing it off mid lane, though. Did they get the glimpse back now as well? They might be able to get the kill. Pangolier, there's going to be the lockdown. Is it going to be enough for the kill? There's going to be the blast off coming in as well. Starts to the lockdown. It might be, but they do get the kill onto JSV with this Macropire now as well. Chira, he could be in trouble diving behind the tier 1 tower, trying to get himself away. Proximity mine started to blow, but the Dragon Tail comes on onto the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit doesn't have any more remnants to jump away to, and he might go down. He will. Got the Juice, picks up the kill. Juice about 800 gold away from this Desolator. And when this is up, when you've got the Dragon form like this as well, when you've got the Engage that can come through, this might be a good opening here for Navi Jr. to walk themselves into the pit. Maybe take down this tier 1 tower with the Dragon form on the Dragon Knight, and then walk yourself into the Roche pit. So let's see just how Navi Jr. are going to deal with this once that Desolator is up. How they're going to look for objectives, how they're going to look for kills. Speaking of kills, Disruptor, Rolling Thunder comes in. Raymond gets it. DK Fogus, he's straight up out of there. Do they want the Dragon Knight going towards that Blink BKB? So yeah, looking like that engaging Dragon Knight that we see. I mean, the Rolling Thunder's coming through, so I'm a little surprised. Not majorly surprised, but just a little surprised we didn't see the Meteor Hammer coming through for the Dragon Knight. GSV, they're going to look for this now as well. The Remnants jump in now as well. Refraction charges. 1 second before they come back up. Is the Infest? Did he actually? He didn't actually go for the... It was the... okay. Yeah. And they go for the... pulling creeps coming up from Jakiro there as well. Meanwhile, Daze... What's he doing? Just hanging around in the river trying to scout something out. And with the TP away for the Templar... That's going to be the Deso up now as well. So TA looking for like a fairly strong right-click beast on this Templar Assassin. Do they want to go straight into the Roche Pit? They're scouting around it. 4 heroes smoked up from the side of Navi Jr. as well. And if they wanted to, they might actually look for the jump onto the Hemisphere now as well. Smoke's going to break the blink in. The Dragon's Tail comes through. Swashbuckle, Ice Path, they've got the lockdown. They've even got the Onslaught coming in from the Rubik as well for that extra little bit of lockdown. That's the death of the Ember now for 30 seconds. Navi Jr. move themselves into the pit. So, what can they do? Dragon Tail comes out over the edges of the Roche Pit. And yeah, Navi... just looking to take this one down, uncontested. And Cybercats have no response to this. Yes, okay, the first Quick Aegis goes away from Navi 17 minutes in here, and it's going to be God the Juice that picks it up. And Juice here going towards that Blink Dagger into the BKB. How's the Lifestealer looking on his Desolator here as well, though? Alberca, he's got it picked up. Next item, he's not got anything queued up just yet. He might be able to get the jump onto the Primaries now as well. Dragon Form comes up. PMA, he's got that Blink Dagger in a couple of seconds. Do they want to try and go into DK Focus? Because Alberca is close, and it looks like they might try and respond here. Was that immediate TP incoming from the TA? No, in the Rage now. They get the kill onto Jakiro, and Chira Jr., does he want to go for more? Rolling Thunder takes down a Courier. So Riddies not only loses his life, but just to rub it in the face of the Jakiro, the Alberca gets the kill on the Courier as well. But that could have gone a lot worse. It could have gone a little bit better if they had the Blink Dagger on the Dragon Knight, but it could have gone a lot worse with the Templar Assassin not being there, just looking for the farm, looking towards this Blink Dagger. Yeah, it could have been a hell of a lot worse. Mid lane though, did they actually get the jump? There's going to be the static zone coming through now as well. Rubik, he's going to be cleaned up. Shira Jr. gets a haste, so he gets a regen out of that now as well. With some haste. He's got the juice. That blink 200 gold away, but it will mean this tier 1 tower in the mid lane will go down.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
TA into the BKB afterwards. How's he looking on that? Yeah, the Blink Dagger about 100 gold away, if that. Just needs... yeah, it's probably going to get it on the next... yeah, we'll get it on the next creep. And again, wouldn't have even been too far away without that, because he was about 20 gold off anyway. So the passive gold tick would have been enough to get him there in the next few seconds. And yeah, the Templar Assassin with the Blink in going towards the BKB now. So Navi, they're looking to match the aggression. The Dragon Tail comes through. A couple of sticky bombs. Do they have the lockdown? They absolutely do. They get the kill onto GSV. GSV will go down. And got the juice. They could stack up. They still have this Aegis on the TA for the next 3 minutes.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
There's the Blink Dagger as well for the Templar Assassin. So they are looking towards this tier 2. Refraction charges come out. Locked down onto the Templar. Okay. Bullwhip to slow down. The Glimpse comes out now as well. Got the juice though. They just go into the middle. Did they have the reveal? They do. Aegis pops. Where's the rest of his team? The Rubik not close to this one. The Macropire will be popped though. Did they get the kill on Chira? Chira pops the BKB. The Pulverize comes through. And TA is just going to straight up disappear. And Navi Jr. making the mistake of just being a little bit too far separated from their TA. And now they get the kill onto PMA. PMA will go down. The chase out. Riddies with a TP. Anyway, to disrupt this, they have that techies. The blast off comes through. They get the kill with the taser. And now, Alberca leading the line with his teammates. Cybercats Daze, he's going to be the next one to fall. Only Raymond gets out alive. Yeah, the TA definitely not respecting the gank ability there coming through from the side of Cybercats. And it cost them 4 heroes. They went in to try and save. And they just couldn't do it. The kills kept stacking up in the favor of Cybercats. So without the BKB, I mean, this TA... they were in no position to fight. The Rubik was still in the river when the TA Aegis popped. And that's not what you want your teammates to be. You know, if you're going to put pressure onto a tier 2 tower, you have to be as a group. You know, you're baiting this one in, but your full team has to be there ready to jump in. And the Dragon Knight wasn't close. He was the other side of the outpost. and Cybercats, they had enough to make the TA pay. So, what's DK Focus looking towards now as well? He's got his BKB, the phase boots. Gonna be the blink dagger for DK Focus as well. He's got himself the bullwhip for the extra... No, actually the Tumbler's toy. Who's got the bullwhip? Nobody? I'm sure I saw that. Or has he got it? Never mind. It's being flown out to him now. That's... Yeah, okay. So he's got the blink dagger, he's got his BKB, the phase boots as well. And this is usually where you see the Primal Beasts make a choice between either the BKB or the drums, but the drums don't help you when you are being stunned up and locked down when you try to get yourself in with the onslaught to get the pulverize off. So the BKB engagement from the Primal Beast, you dive yourself in, you pop your BKB, you pulverize whoever you catch out. Instead of going for the drums and the trample damage where you do get locked down by things like the telekinesis, the dragon tail, as well as those ice paths. Riddy is going to back up the TA this time, and Cybercat's not going to all-out TP in for the jump onto the TA, so TA showing some respect as well. Knows his teammates aren't close, the BKB comes out, the Infest Bomb's going to be there, and the Dragon Knight, he might go down from this, he will go down for this. Alberta gets a kill, they're trying to look for Riddy's, but Riddy's, the blast-off comes through, and I'm pretty sure the shard is available, it is for the techies, so he gets that stun every time he blasts off. 1.75 seconds, stopping the TPs from long range. While this is going on though, Juice is continuing to farm. He's trying to find some net worth behind the Lifestealer now though. The Lifestealer going straight towards this AC, and Templar just being some protection being offered here by his mid laner, by his support. Well, he just continues to follow. Oh, the pulverize, no! Telekinesis, the stun comes through here. We do have the lockdown because there is a basher on the Pangolier. Because the TK Focus wasn't expecting this one as well. The jump in from Kira though on the back lines. Searing Chains comes through. They get the kill onto the Rubik. They might even be able to go for more now. Raven could get himself away. One of those Searing Chains, 4 seconds away. Kinetic Field will be used. Tries to kill the shield crash. He will be able to. Alberta comes through though with that rage. Swashbuckle. So the slow down onto the Ember Spirit. And the disarm. Okay. Yeah, trap slow down as well as the disarm coming through, so he wasn't able to get... They're going to be able to get the dive now as well. They blow up the techies, which I'm sure in other contexts you would majorly enjoy, but it looks like they have the lockdown onto the TA. TA, Ice Path comes through, the rage is still there from Alberta. He gets the infest, he gets the kill. Chira couldn't get himself out alive. The damage was done. Kinetic Field will be dropped. The Dragon Tail blink forward now as well, but the glimpse back. And this DK... Oh, they've got the lockdown onto the Lifestealer. And they do get the kill. So Lifestealer just not able to get himself away from that Ice Path with the Dragon Tail there as well. The damage of the Basher, it kept him locked down. So they do get the kill onto the TA, but it cost them 3 heroes just to get that one objective here on the side of Cybercats. Navi, all of a sudden right back into it. Roshan, at least a minute and 20 away. Just DK Focus, what's he looking towards? The BKB down to 7 seconds now as well. What's that Shiva's guard? And Daze, how's he looking? The Glim Cape? Is it? For the Rubik. I mean, he's just got himself the Fluffy Hat. Yeah, he's going to go back for the 4 staff. He had the Glimmer Cape queued up. But yeah, wants to go back for that 4 staff. I think he's actually got the gold for the 4 staff if he wants to buy it out as well. Yeah, no, he does. If he wants to buy this... Actually, no. Changes his mind again. 4 staff will come next, but it's going to be the Glimmer Cape to come up first. Cybercats, they've got themselves a little bit of an advantage here. 4k net worth and 4 kills ahead. But not really doing the damage I thought they'd do to objectives around the map. You know, not forcing 24 minutes and not forcing Navi right back into the base, not keeping them under pressure. You know, Navi, they are free to farm. Even if it's on the dire side of the jungle, they are free to farm. And Alberta going towards a bash of his own after the AC. Okay. I mean, the attack speed's going to be really good. Obviously, he's got to keep up that the lifesteal from the feast. Didn't actually go for the early shard on the lifesteal here as well, so they are going to be able to put some pressure onto the tier 2. I mean, fortification has already been used from the side of the Radiant for the tier 2s, so they should be able to take this one down, no problems here for the side of Cybercats. And do they want to group up and go for more? Because Roshan, it is 17 seconds away, so they might look to take this outpost and then look, smoke up, head towards this Roche pit. Alberca has that infest. The Basher is still going to be about, I don't know, about 800, no, about 1,000 gold away. It's DK Focus, yeah. They TP up to the top lane. Can they get the jump on to got the juice? Got the juice. He might be caught out here by the Ember, but the Ember comes in with a sleight of fist only onto the neutral creeps. And Roshan is back up now. How's it looking? The trap's down, so we'll see this Roche respawn for the side of Navi Jr. If they can take a fight here, though, they might be able to get the jump on. Ember Spirit pops that haste with the last of it. Will be able to walk himself away. No, the lockdown, the Dragon Tail. Do they have enough to get the kill now as well? They're going to be able to take Kira Jr. down, and they might even be able to go for more. The TPs are coming in from the side of Cybercats. But do they want to really fight into this?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The Lifestealer, he'd already used the infest for what looked like an engage, so it is going to be down for the next 44 seconds. And Navi Jr. right into the pit. So a 5k net worth lead here for the side of Cybercats, 19 kills to 16, but Navi, when they find a big pick-off like that, they can get themselves some good objectives around the map, and it looks like the TA just wants to go back to pushing the top lane, even going towards an MKB here. Maybe seeing that potentially the Nullifier will be coming out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Um,
Dire's structures are fortified.
in fact, it's not. What's he wanted to go towards? Because the Ember Spirit's got the Talisman of Evasion queued up.
Dire's top
So he does want to go towards... It's going to be a Radiance for the Ember?
Dire's top tower
Okay, I suppose it helps with the Flame Guard. It burns through the
Radiant's
the
bottom
TA's
tower is under attack.
refraction charges as well. You've got the missed chance to come out. Yeah, okay. The Ember Spirit going for that Radiance, so he's going to get the double burn. And if that's what he wants to go towards here, the Ember Spirit's going to be about 650 gold away from picking up that Radiance. It's a little bit late for it to be effective with the farm, you know, because we're going to be looking at the 30-minute mark in the next couple of minutes, but it's still going to be nice in the fights. Just that constant output of damage here. Oh, the Aegis, the smoke coming through from the side of Navi now as well. Those mines will blow up, giving themselves an early warning with the proxy mines. Do they want to carry on going for the jump as well? Slider Fist comes out, trying to scout it out. Ice Path, you get the lockdown onto the techies. They have the reveal, and they have the kill. And Jesvi, yeah, he's going to go down. Juice picking that kill up. So what did they do? Did they keep this tier 2 tower pushed in? It looks like this is where they're drawing the line in the sand here from the side of Navi. T8. How far away from the... What's that? 2675? So, still about 1,500 gold away here. Got the juice for this full MKB. Doesn't look like he wants to buy out for anything either. I mean, he could sell the wand, the circlet, as well as the Quelling Blade. But it wouldn't, you know, it's not enough to complete, so he's not buying out just yet. I mean, you could sell those, wait for the Aegis to expire, swap the Demon Edge in. If you want to go Demon Edge first. Just for extra attack damage. But yeah, all of a sudden, Navi, they want to take over this dire triangle. They don't want to be the ones engaged. The rage, it comes out from the Lifestealer. Is there any wards here from the side of... There's not. There's no wards there, so it's just that raging away from the Lifestealer. You know, maybe his spidey senses were tingling here. The smoke coming out from all 5 heroes. They're going to go for the wraparound close to the tier 2. Scanner will be used, though. Doesn't spot anybody. Proxy mines will blow. Shira, they know they don't have vision. They don't see anyone with this dust still being here now. And it looks like Juice, he's just like, I need to look for the farm. He still needs 1,000 gold here for the Demon Edge, which will get him towards that MKB. How's the Ember Spirit looking on his Radiance? He has the Radiance up as well here on the Ember Spirit. Okay, so something a bit different. I suppose he wants to stick around on the front lines and go for the last hits a little bit longer. Again, just burn down those refraction charges. Top lane, though. TA's got to be... He's actually looking to engage. I mean, he has that Aegis now for the next minute and a half. And yeah, it actually looks like it's going to be Cybercats that have to back themselves away. These 2 heroes' traps will drop. Not on the point, though. Juice. Oh, Burka keeps using this Infest, like they're looking for something. But he's also being drawn back to the farm. So the Infest will go back on cooldown. Jesvi in the trees. Maybe to look to back up Alberca, but Alberca, yeah, 37 seconds till that Infest is there. And now the TA has that MKB up as well.
Blessings.
Going right back into the Daedalus, Daedalus, so he wants to stack that right-click damage. And yeah, a little bit harder for Cybercats. The more items Navi Junior get, obviously the more items it's going to be that Cybercats have to fight into. Tier 2 tower, it's going to go down. 48 seconds left on this Aegis though. Do they continue going for more here on the side of Navi Junior? Maybe look for the dive onto JSV. The trap will see it, slowing down now as well. Glimmer Cape, it was off. The right click's coming through, but disarm. Okay, they proc that one, and it looks like Chira trying to do what he can to dive onto the onto the Kiro on the back lines. But really, he will go down. Chira Jr. now as well. Can they get the pulverize off? They do. Onto the Pangolier. The Pangolier, he's going to be taken down. They get 2. And now the TP away from PMA, but do they have the damage to take him down? They don't. So that BKB TP comes out. And it looks like Tia on the backlines again. He wants these supports, but he's going to lock down. Has that Aegis, has that BKB for the next few seconds. Now we'll have the mana for the TP, but do they have the lockdown to get him before he gets that BKB off? He does get the BK blink away. And the TP away now as well. No bash, there's nothing to stop this. And it's going to be enough to get Cybercats back in the lead in terms of net worth here now as well. Again, the TA got a bit lucky because he was trying to attack down the techies in that, at the opening in that fight when the techies had the taser off. So the techies taser, you know, it means enemies attacking the techies with the taser will be disarmed.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So, how do Navi fight this one? They have that Aegis down now. That's gone. They have to wait for the next Roche, which is going to be at least 2 minutes away. You can see that, again, Cybercats are looking to group up as a team. Do they want to try and take another fight? Maybe look to take some objectives here, because it seems like these objectives have been going the way of Navi in the past 5-10 minutes. But there is only the tier 1 tower and the tier 2 tower on the top lane that stands up outside of the base here that Cybercats could look to take down. So they're grouping up, maybe just offering some protection as well to Alberca. Alberca, how's he looking? He wants that Basher next. PMA, going to be into the odds. The Ags for the Dragon Knight. Doesn't surprise me. It's looked really good, this Aghanim Scepter for Dragon Knights. You know, they are rushing it. You see it off lane, safe lane, mid lane. This Ags comes out, and then they go into something like the Manta style to give the illusions that Black Dragon form. It is really nice. But Navi, do they actually want to take an engage? Because once this Basher comes out, I mean, the Lifestealer going towards that Basher is still going to be about 1,000 gold away, if not just underneath that. So they could look to force out a tier 3 tower on the top lane. You know, force some objectives, force some TPs back, and maybe take a fight while the Lifestealer's not here, while he's still looking for this farm. So yeah, Alberca leading the line.
Dire's top tower.
Gems out here as well. But yeah, Cybercats not really looking to get the push in just yet. On the bottom lane, you're trying to force in a tier 3 tower of their own. Maybe waiting for everybody to group up. Techies is just popping traps around this high ground as well. Trying to force back the side of Navi Jr.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And as a group, they're going to go for a smoke here on the side of Cybercats. So let's see what they can do. If they can find a pick-off, I mean, Roshan, it could potentially be up in the next 10 seconds. I don't know if I've seen any immediate response times here. You know, it does trend towards, like, at least 40 seconds on the clock. But we'll see. I mean, it's completely random, right? So it could be, like, the quickest one. It's not going to be. It's going to be over 2 minutes here. For Roche, do they want to try and go for jump now as well? Because the jump in the BKB comes out from the Primal Beast. They get the kill onto the Rubik. Do they want to go for more? Because now the Primal Beast BKB will be down. Raymond is going to try and come in now as well, but the Static Storm comes out. Dragon Knight, he's going to try and get the lockdown. The Ice Path will be used, and this Primal Beast doesn't have that BKB. For the backlines, you can see that Chira Jr. trying to get the chase down and got the juice. Juice taking a lot of right-click damage coming now as well. That pulverize is up in a couple of seconds. Got the juice. Won't be able to get himself away from this one. He's got the juice, but he doesn't have his life. And the pulverize, the refresh on that, not even needed. So yeah, they lose 3 here on the side of Navi Jr. It's not the perfect timing here for Roche on the side of Cybercats, but they did take a good fight. They got themselves a bit more net worth lead. Just able to take this one away from Cybercat. Oh! Okay, TK focus goes down. Raymond and Dragon Knight get that kill. Sorry, my eyes are killing me. My hay fever's kicking in. But yeah, the top lane, the push up from the Dragon Knight as well as the Pangolier, they were able to get the kill. As PMA just continues to push out this lane here. Again, he's going to be about 250 gold away. No, excuse me, 150 gold away from the Ags. I wonder if the side of Cybercats are going to be able to delay this any longer, because they might be able to get the jump onto Raymond. Raymond can get himself away from this one, being spotted out this techies though with the wards. Where's TA? 13 seconds away. Up on the high ground though. Are they going to be able to get a quick pick before this TA comes back alive? The static storm. They've got the lockdown onto the Pangolier. Pango can get himself away from this one. The Basher comes out from Alberca to get this kill. And now the open wounds. He does have that shot available to him. Dragon Knight with the Dragon Tail comes through. Pops that Dragon form with the Aghanim Scepter out. So that level 4 Dragon comes through. The Ice Path. They've got the lockdown onto the Lifestealer again. They take down GSV. They take down Alberca. They're even able to go for more if they want to. The stun lock come through. The Basher onto him. And now Sheeran, no. He pops the BK, but it doesn't matter. The Bash comes out, trying to run himself away from this one with the remnants. TA trap goes down. He's got no more remnants to jump away to. The silence to come out now as well. Even the Ice Path for the lockdown. They take down 4. They take down 5. And Navi Jr. will be able to move themselves back into this pit. Techie's bomb and explodes, so that's the early warning system that Roshan is back up. But with 4 heroes dead, they aren't going to be able to do anything about it now. Cheese, Refresher, as well as an Aegis for the side of Navi Jr. Guys, so this match, a hell of a lot closer than the 2 matches in the last series. Oh, Cheese being left, Dragon Knight. Maybe over on the side of Navi Jr. is lactose intolerant, as the Dragon Knight will pick it up. And yeah, the TA's been keeping pace all right here with the lifesteal. I mean, the farm potential coming out for the TA with the side blades, as well as the refraction charges to quickly burst through neutrals. You know, you get yourself the 12 stacks now on that Desolator. The Monkey King bar is nice up against the Ember Spirit, and Ember just cannot get himself away from this one. So Daze takes back the outpost. Again, just creating space for both the Pango as well as the TA to farm. TA wants to go in towards what looks like the Swift Blink next. Going to be about 600 gold away for the Eagle Song as well. Does he have the other piece on the courier? He does. So he has the recipe on the courier here. So we are literally just waiting on the gold for the Eagle Song. I'm surprised he's not getting his courier to come through. Deliver this one. He can pick the Eagle Song up from that secret shop. Maybe just a little bit apprehensive to cross the river. Yeah, and Juice, what was it? It's about 300 gold away now. Yeah, 276 gold away. And this tower goes down. In fact, the next creep wave, it should be enough gold here to buy out for the Swift Blink. What can they do? They're even going to be able to get... No! Ember Spirit will be able to dive himself away. Will still get stunned because the projectile from that Dragon Tail, it is a projectile. And obviously the Remnant doesn't disjoint any projectiles coming through. GSV though trying to step up. Do they have the reveal? Might be able to get the kill onto the DK Focus. DK Focus lockdown. He's not popped that BKB. Just trying to come in with the Hex now. Telekinesis. So they do have a decent amount of lockdown onto the Primal Beast. But the Primal Beast, he will finally get this pulverize off onto the Dragon Knight. Ice Path will be used. But DK is going to get low. Does he go down here? No. He eats the cheese. Turns it back around. And now the Dragon Tail stun onto the Primal Beast. Alberca, he's going to be able to get the kill onto Readings. Force Major goes down to Got the Juice. But the chase down. This Primal Beast, how is he still alive? 3 heroes dead on the side of Cybercats. PMA had to use his Dragon form there as well. Going towards a Skadi actually on the Dragon Knight and not the Manta style here to try and siege down the base. And yeah, the Swift Blink will be up for the TA as well. So movement speed, attack speed. Well, it's movement speed and agility, right? Yeah, 40% movement speed and 35 agility for 6 seconds. That still stacks up your attack speed, you know. Means you're putting out more damage. As well as the armor that you've got for 6 seconds. It's not a bad trade.
That should help.
As you do throw yourself in the, you know, to the well, not the mercy, because you are finding the kills. So it's not really the mercy that, you know, you run yourself in with a 6-second buff, and you just look to clean up as many heroes as you can in those 6 seconds. Well, when you get yourself a double damage rune as well, you're going to be able to clean up so many more. As TA takes it. Where did he go with this now as well? Bounty runes being taken away from the side of Cybercats. God, the Juice picking up both runes. Getting close towards the... Does he want to go for the Hurricane Pike before? It looks like he does. He's got that Hurricane Pike queued up before the Daedalus. And we'll see. Oh, we'll see. As the Rubik just showing off those flame remnants. Just what they can do. 4 minutes 20. How long's left on the Aegis here for the Pango as well? About a minute and 18 seconds. So I wouldn't be surprised to see, you know, Navi look for one big fight before this Aegis expires. Look to take down Cybercats, put the pressure on them, and again, they're holding it close here. A 5k net worth lead for the side of Navi. 26 kills to 26. So not letting it out of their grasp, you know, making a great recovery, and all of a sudden they are in the driver's seat in terms of net worth. Mid lane, it will be pushed in. Dragon Knight, the blink comes forward. Did they get the lockdown onto the techies now as well? GSV, 4 staff away, trying to go for the blast off. He'll be able to get himself out of range here. They get the Searing Chains onto the Pangolier. The Pangolier trying to come through with the roll-up just to make sure he's protected. And Chira actually jumps in onto this, but he jumps himself into behind and he relies rolling thunder now as well on DK Focus. DK Focus got his BKB. So does the Dragon Knight. He's got juice. Gets a kill onto Force Majeure. Can they get the chest down onto the Jakiro now as well? Rubik's going to be close here, but it looks like Riddy's going to be able to pop the Ghost Scepter and stop the damage coming through from Alberca, but it doesn't stop the damage here from Chira. And it looks like the cleanup. Did they get the stuns onto Alberca? Alberca trying to do what he can. He's bashing as well. And Raymond, he's going to survive for a little bit longer. The bash onto the Ember Spirit. Do they have enough to get the kill? Telekinesis comes out. The right clicks now as well. And it looks like he's going to be able to get the remnant dive away, but will they get the route onto the Templar Assassin? Blast off. They get the damage now as well. Buyback comes through from Navi. They want to try and take another objective after this fight, but got the juice. He's going to get pretty darn low. Back lines. Chira Jr. pops his own BKB. Remnant Storm once again. Can they get the damage onto Alberca though? Alberca's going to get pretty darn low. The damage, it will be enough to get the kill. Taking down the Lifestealer. And even getting the kill onto the techies as well. So focus goes down. They force out 2 buybacks. But then Navi come back and clean up. And yeah, juice is pretty low. In fact, it's going to be the buyback from the techies. He wants to defend this high ground. Chira comes through. How are we looking on buybacks? Does Ember have his? Yeah, okay, Ember and Lifesteal have the gold for the buybacks if you need it. And we'll see, you know, Navi Juniors just back themselves away. At least 2 minutes on that Roshan respawn. So not able to siege the base here. It doesn't seem. Once that buyback came through from the techies, even though they did get 3-4 kills from that, Cybercats not under threat of losing the base. Invisibility. Looks like the TA. Yeah, take a look at the buybacks. Nobody on the side of Navi has theirs now as well. Lacking the gold on 2 of the heroes, and it's all about that timer for the others. Pango will have his up in about 40 seconds though, and again TA in about 200 gold. So that's 2 options. If you do take a bad fight, where you could look to get yourself back into it. But Chira Jr. just looking to get the Sleight of Fist off, get this farm here as well. Can he go for this one, Chira? Could be in trouble if he walks over the trap. No, just straight up remnants himself out. And the yeah, the defensive, well, not even really the defensive, just scouting telekinesis from the Rubik won't be able to find it. So now Navi, they do want to go down this mid lane. You know, they're dropping traps left, right, and center. We'll see if 50 seconds left to go. Who's going to be able to get this next Roshan, or at least 50 seconds, excuse me, still to go on this respawn clock on the Roshan. And Alberca, do they want to go for the dive in now as well? Again, the Flame Guard coming up from Chira Jr. Was that Roshan respawn? 30 seconds at least. Cybercats starting to group up here. Did they want to actually go for the jump? They will. They'll be able to get the Dragon Tail off now as well. Can he blow up the techies once again? The damage, it's going to get low. And he bought back to defend the high ground now as well. So DK Focus tries to get himself away from this one. The BKBs will be popped. And Chira Jr. has to run himself away. Good jump in from Navi just to control that high ground here. And Roche at least 7 seconds away now. Is it going to be a quick one? Is this opening here for the side of Navi Jr. to find this one against Cybercats? It is not. And back lines, they get the kill onto the Rubik as well. Chikiro, though, has clipped himself, going to drop himself down as that Remnant. DK Focus trying to get himself out with the onslaught. Fight breaks out, the buyback comes through here from the Rubik now as well. Chikiro Jr. with his own BKB. The Rubik TPs himself in, going to blink away from the outpost now as well. Telekinesis onto the Disruptor on the backlines. What's been stolen? It's like double kinetic field, and at least they get the trap down now as well. The Rolling Thunder comes through, doing a hell of a lot of damage to the cores now. Pulverized stolen by the Rubik. He gets the kill onto DK Focus. His weapon turned against him. They take 4. Do they get 5? They do. NAVI Jr., they take a full 5-man wipe. And with 4 buybacks down on the side of Cybercats, it looks like NAVI just going to be able to move himself into space. Look to break this one. They've got the Black Dragon form through. It's only about a third of the way through. Got the juice, got himself this Desolator now as well. This tower is going to melt. Even the liquid fire to come out from Chikiro as well. Doesn't have a shard, so there's no liquid ice, which again is just water. Liquid frost. But they are going to be able to take 2 lanes of racks. In fact, if they go for Megas, they might be able to go for Megas. Look at the respawn clocks. 60 seconds on the lifesteal. He's the only one that's got buyback. 39 seconds. If they knew about this, they could just go straight tier 4s. And it will be Megas here coming up from NAVI Jr. Techies coming out with the smoke. Blastoff comes in, trying to delay this one, trying to buy some time. And the buyback now from the lifesteal as well, but they've got the lockdown, they've got the kill onto the Techies, and they might even be able to go for more than Rolling Thunder. The rage there for Alberca being chased back, but this is going to be last chance saloon here. Alberca not going to be able to defend 1 versus 5. The drag back, they get the kill, and that's going to be GG here as well. 47 minutes into it. NAVI, a big back and forth swing in this game between the 2 teams, but eventually NAVI Juniors do take game number 1. So yeah, 37 kills to 29, and that's just going to be off that final fight. You know, they take the 3 kills in the base, or excuse me, the 2 kills in the base, but you know, they got a 5-man wipe just outside of the outpost. And NAVI, yeah, without any buybacks on Cybercats, they were able to pressure the base. Let's take a look at the graphs and see what that big swing was, because it was going in favor of Cybercats in that early mid game to a point. Yeah, going down their way. In fact, in the 27-ish minute mark, you know, the win probability is right down in their favor, and all of a sudden they take a couple of bad fights, and it swings and roundabouts up, and all of a sudden skyrockets after that final fight in favor of the Wave NAVI Jr. And there was just nothing that Cybercats could do to come back into this one. We take a look at the scoreboard. Got the juice 12, 5, and 14 on the Templar Assassin. To the Lifestealers, 11, 5, and 10. So there was still some good fights being taken by both carries. You know, they were able to find the kills, but in the end, it will be going the way of NAVI Jr. And Cybercats, they need to get themselves back on the horse. You know, they need to get that mentality sorted, because if they go down again here, NAVI, they'll be able to pick up the first victory, and Cybercats will be 0-2, being 0-2'd in the DPC after 2 series. And Cybercats, they don't want that after looking so good coming into the DPC with those third-party events, you know, with the games that came before this one. So Cybercats, they struggled here to close it out, and were ultimately punished after that final fight from the side of NAVI Juniors, who took their advantage, forced out the buybacks, and when they were down, took the game away from Cybercats. But we'll find out what's going to happen in game number 2 after this break. We'll see you after it, guys. See you then.